The Mojave Desert, a vast, rugged desertscape spanning more than 47,000 square miles across California, Nevada, Arizona, and Utah. Today we find ourselves just outside of Las Vegas, airing down, dropping into a trail that stretches from Interstate 15 towards Lake Mead. We'll be traveling between the desert foothills of the Muddy Mountains and the wide, open expanses of the Moapa Valley. We're currently on the Bitter Springs Trail, relatively short, just 28 miles, but the distance doesn't tell the story, because today isn't just about the main route. It's about the offshoots, the forgotten two tracks, the terrain that twists and breaks away from the smooth dirt road into rocky climbs and technical stretches. From fast-rolling desert flats to jagged outcroppings and panoramic views that stop you in your tracks, this section of the Mojave offers far more than you'd expect at the first glance. My goal? To track down what might become one of my new favorite campsites, tucked somewhere out here between a rock, silence, and the sky. And if time allows, we may even sit down for a quick channel update. We got some changes coming. But first, let's hit the trail. This episode is brought to you by CB Built, Jason and the team who keep this rig dialed in and trail ready. From upgrades to maintenance, they make sure the taco stays on the road so I can stay focused on the adventure ahead. All right, welcome back to the truck. We are in Nevada. New one, right? It was like, well, we're gonna go to Arizona again? You know what, let's do something different. So we threw a dart at the map. It ended up being Nevada. And so we just come out, drove out this morning, late morning, early afternoon, and we just hit dirt, and we are flying down this nice, wide open dirt road / trail, Bitter Springs Trail, Bitter Springs. And we're headed off towards the mountains up here. I got some plans, got a bunch of campsites marked for both tonight and tomorrow night and Sunday night. So this is going to be a great couple of days in an area I'm not very familiar with, but in an area that I wanted to get out to for quite some time. So anyway, grab some popcorn and we'll see you down the trail. So we've turned off of that nice big wide trail and found ourselves on something a little tighter, something a little rockier. Still far from technical, it's just a bunch of rocks kind of embedded in the trail, which makes you just slow down, and that's okay. I'm just trying. For some reason, I'm like, it's day one, and when it's day one, I'm always like, in a hurry, in a hurry, you gotta get all this stuff done. And the reality is, I really don't. So anyway, I'm gonna put the camera camper down for a little bit and work my way out on this trail. Hopefully it's worth it. I'll show it to you when we get there. Having reached our first target offshoot, I can't help but feel the surge of excitement. Ahead of us, the rocks rise higher, mountains stacking against the horizon in the direction that we're headed. The trail narrows as we begin to climb, pulling us into what looks like a rocky gorge. Warm tones spill across the canyon walls, deep reds, burnt oranges, soft golds, and the kind of color palette that only the Mojave can paint. The dirt gives way to stone, the truck settles into a rhythm, tires gripping, suspension flexing, engine humming, steady and confident. We're in sync now. The machine, the terrain, everything working together. The air carries an unmistakable desert scent, sun-warmed rock, dry earth, the faint mineral sharpness that rises as tires disturb the dust. There's a stillness between the throttle inputs, broken only by the crunch of gravel and the occasional ping of a rock against steel. And in that moment, it's obvious. We're back. Back in the desert, back where the horizon stretches wide and terrain demands attention. Back where the senses wake up and the noise of everything else fades away. This is what we came for. Just off of Bitter Springs Trail, tucked into a rugged fold of the Mojave, sits Colorock Quarry, a place where geology takes center stage. The quarry itself reveals bands of soft pinks, creams, and rust-colored stone, cut cleanly into the hillside, but it's the surrounding canyon that really commands my attention. The rock here is heavily textured, rippled, fractured, weathered by wind and time. Layers twist and fold over one another, as if the earth itself once shifted and never quite settled back down. Every surface feels alive with detail. Sharp edges catch the light, pockets that seem to hold shadow. It's raw, tactile, and in a way it makes you want to reach out and run your hands across it. A light breeze carries the dry scent of sun-baked stone. There's a striking contrast here. Industrial cuts of the gorge against the ancient, chaotic textures. Human lines carved into rock that took millions of years to form. Out here, even the walls have depth. And the longer you look, the more the desert reveals. All right, so as you can see behind me, I mean, the walls are just crazy. The rocks are just amazing. Everything looks like it's on fire. This trail goes just a little bit further up, but it looks like it gets really narrow and pinched, and I'm not looking to camp here. So I think this is where I'm going to spin it around and head back the other direction. But just one last look at this area is absolutely incredible. And this way too. It's just verticals, rocks, absolutely amazing. All right, well, for an unplanned adventure, or an unplanned tangent, I guess, this was a great little trail. I'm gonna go back and get on my other trail and head off in the direction I was originally planning, and hopefully we'll get to where we got some camps marked. If not, we'll circle back and come back here. See you guys down the trail. I mean, it's pretty epic out here. It's definitely pretty epic out here. So we're gonna get going back down the main drag here, see if we can get up that way, head up Bitter Springs, and see if we can find a cool camp spot up there. Turning back onto Bitter Springs Trail, the terrain eases and the tires find smooth ground once again. Steering lightens, the hum of the engine steadies, and just like that, we're able to make time. Chasing a desert sun that slowly begins its descent. Dust trails out behind us, hanging low in the warm Mojave air. The light softens, stretching shadows longer all across the valley floor. For a while, it feels effortless, but the desert always has its say. Gradually, the trail tightens its grip, the road narrows, the rock creeps back in, speed fades naturally and the terrain asks for more attention. And in the slowing down, something shifts. The rock features are incredible. Jagged outcroppings rising on either side, layered walls framing the trail like corridors carved by time. Texture everywhere, fractures, folds, and weathered face glowing under the late day sky. The miles may come slower now, but the experience deepens. Out here, it's never just about covering ground. It's about the feeling of the rhythm of the trail. Alright, so we're continuing on up this road, and there was a really great spot back there. I'm gonna get this locked in here. There was a really great spot back there. Yeah, somebody was there. Can't say I blame them. But now we're out of that rock canyon. It's opened up a little bit more. I'm losing a lot of light, so I'm really trying to find something that's a little bit off the road in case there's traffic tonight. Whoa. So hopefully we'll find a little outcropping or something. No, nature reclaimed that one. So yeah, we're gonna keep on going. I was really hoping there would be something up in this little canyon here. There is not. I might go look up there. Alright, so we found a really cool campsite here. Looks incredible. Super nice firing. Firing over there. Challenge is just going to be getting the truck level here. A bit more manageable there. Pretty straightforward there. Beautiful. And we got another cave back here. Alright, so I'm pretty confident I can get level here. Let's get to it. So we have decided this is going to be home. We got the truck level. Which took a little bit of work because everything's pretty angular around here, but we got it dialed in. I'm just going to open up the camper. And I think dinner tonight's just going to be something really simple. I brought some leftovers. Took my wife out last night for dinner and brought home half of it. And I just threw it in the fridge when I left. So got food done. Just maybe warm it up. Maybe not. I don't know. Some rice and some meat. So I'm going to go ahead and get the camper open and then get set up for the night. And I'll see you guys in a bit. So, you got to set up. The challenge is we're set up on an incline. And what that means is when you lift up the front to get a level, this actually gets a lot closer to the incline, which means for me, being a tall dude, it's going to be a long night of crawling in and out of back here. Wow. Wow is all I can say. This spot's amazing. I mean, that view. I've taken everything out of the truck last 2 weeks because I was redoing some stuff in the back of the bed, and took out my drawers and I did some different stuff. So now I'm trying to remember, like, where did I put everything and how am I going to cook everything. So I'm going to sort that out, put some olive oil on here, probably just throw the rice and the meat on here real quick, heat it up, and then eat it, just to keep things simple. But man, the sky is just beautiful. The sky is just beautiful. The little cave over there is pretty cool. Really a neat spot. So, gourmet. Just some kebab from last night, some rice, and a serrano. I know. I don't usually eat rice. This place does it really good. Keeping it super simple tonight. Doesn't get any easier than that. Sorry. Doesn't get any easier than that. Rice, ground beef kebab, serrano chili that they cook in there, which just adds a little bit of flavor. I'm gonna go eat my dinner, and then we'll think about if we're gonna have a fire. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. So I'll see you after dinner. What an amazing day. I mean, it's been absolutely incredible. I had no idea what to expect when I came out here. I was expecting just kind of a little dirt road. But man, that first canyon that we went up into with all the rocks was just amazing. And then driving all the way through has just been beautiful. I've been I really had a hard time picking a place to camp. There were places like way up on top and super exposed. You want to take a chance and get caught in the wind. Other places were down the rocks, right off the road. I really think I lucked out here at this spot. So we decided to go ahead, have a little fire. So we got this beautiful fire pit that people left for us. And I've been carrying around a bunch of wood for, I don't know, my last 3 or 4 trips. So I figured I'd just go ahead and have a nice little fire this evening. And maybe get into a channel update, because we've got some things to talk about. But we'll see how we go. Amazing day, lots of rocks. There's no hiding where this place is. It's super simple. So if you choose to come out here, just take care of it, because it's been really clean. I haven't seen any trash, which has been super nice. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Sitting by the fire here in Nevada. Channel update time. So we're going to make some changes. I was thinking of getting a new vehicle. I like to change things up every once in a while. I like to play with new stuff. I was looking at different vehicles, but I've got so much time and work in the Tacoma, from like doing the gears, running the airlines there's just so much stuff that I'm just not willing to do all that stuff again right now. I don't have time. I don't have the patience. I just want to get out and explore. I do, when I had the Go Fast camper, I had a 270 awning, and I really liked having a 270 awning. The 270 awning does not work with the habitat because of the way the habitat opens up. So I think it's time for a new tent or a new camper or a new topper, whatever we call it. I've had a rooftop tent on racks. I've had a Go Fast camper. And I've had the habitat for, probably almost 3 years. I've been all over the place in it. It's been absolutely amazing to me. But I think we're going to put a new one, get something different. I've got something lined up. This is actually going to be the last trip for the habitat. So today, tomorrow, and Sunday night, so the next 3 days, will be the final trip for the habitat for me. And then we will have it removed. It's already sold, already has a new home. And we'll go with something new. So just for fun, if you think you know what I'm going to do, or if you got any ideas of what I should be doing, drop it in the comments below. I've already made my decision. I've actually already bought a new topper, but I'm really curious what you guys think. So drop it in the comments below. What kind of a topper, what kind of a camper, what kind of a setup should we go with? When we keep the Tacoma. All right, guys, I'm going to go back to enjoying my fire and Thanks for hanging in there with me today. I'll talk to you soon. If you've enjoyed today's adventure, nothing would make me happier than you hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss out on what's next. There's always another trail to explore, another horizon to chase, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. As always, this is LFG Overland. My name's Jeff. I'll see you on the next one.